Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to explain to you what the Meetup Webinar Sales Engine program is about, who it is for, how it works, what it is, and explain a lot of the information that you may find below this video on the page. So I'm going to share my screen and start explaining the page below. So what is this program? This program is a very affordable way of filling your webinars. And there are two ways that we can do this. One is a done-for-you program where me and my team does all the work for you, and you just show up and you present your webinars up to 4 times a month. The other way is to learn it through this training program. And primarily what's below here in this page is information on the training program, which is 6 sessions with me, with either you and or your admin, so I can teach you how to implement this system for yourself so you can feed your webinars. This system is based on a platform called meetup.com. And that platform does all the work as well as the admins that you have, or yourself, if you choose to do the work yourself. So what does this system do? It fills your webinars. And, this works for experts, coaches, healers, consultants, online sellers, solopreneurs, small business owners. And typically the best markets are people who are targeting small business people, professionals. Most of you probably have target markets like that. You may say, their target markets are people who are more conscious or are interested in spirituality, etc. But if you can target conscious people or spiritual people, for example, in the business community, in the professional community, then this system is going to work very well for you. There are other target markets that are very good on meetup.com. And if you have any questions, you can just reach out to me. Happy to answer. We can also do this at a lower cost, much more affordably than most other systems out there that fill up webinars, and with far less time and a lot less stress. Once you've gotten used to the system, it's a lot less stressful. I just want to share, my mission is to have 100 million joyful and successful entrepreneurs globally by 2050. I view this system as a way of democratizing marketing, making it available, affordable, and easy for people like you to use. And there are quite a lot of you out there, and I want to help you guys have the kind of affordable systems that fill webinars. So really the idea is to empower you to have affordable and effective marketing. It also gives you an opportunity to get to what we call the big table. The big table is where you get into bigger opportunities, for example, to speak on larger stages or to have joint venture partners who will promote you because you have an audience. And the system helps you build up an audience, either your email list or your own meetup groups that are transparent. And they tend to, your system, once it's set up, tends to attract speaking opportunities as well as joint venture opportunities if you do it correctly. And again, in a world where such opportunities are denied to the common business owner for good reasons, because if you don't have an audience to start with, it's very hard to get really good speaking engagements and opportunities to joint venture with other people. So the system enables you to attract and negotiate effectively for such bigger opportunities. And the whole idea is so you can earn money and play a bigger game too if you choose to, and thus become joyful and successful. So I hope you see the sense in why I do this, why it's aligned with you and your interests as well. If you just need dates and times for the program, they're below as you scroll down the page. So many people, of course, the pain points are that you don't have enough clients and don't have enough of an audience. So you may be stuck in client and audience generation. If you're feeling stuck in building the audience for your webinars, and start generating your prospective clients, you're in the right place for this system to help you. If you're looking for an affordable client and audience generation system So again, it's another reason to at least entertain doing this program, or if not, hire me to do it for you. Who is this program for? Typically starting up people. People are starting up in the world. The webinars are ideal for this. You are looking for momentum, and I can help you build the momentum. If you're already an established expert coach, etc., you may not need this system, and you can talk to me about it. There are exceptions to this, and the reason I say you may not need it is because you may already have a system that's creating more than enough momentum for you. As I said, this is designed to get you started, to get you going. But there are exceptions to experts who want to work with me because they find that my system is just another option, another channel for them to bring in prospective clients. So if you're unsure about this, if you think that, if you're a high-level webinar performer and you still want to talk to me to make sure this program makes sense for you, just reach out and have a conversation. So why should you do this program? I found that it's 95% effective. We measured this with the clients who actually did the work. The people who did the work, 95% effective. The remaining 5% were people we found that we could never have guessed that their target markets just wouldn't have been a fit. Not just their target markets, but their program and a variety of other variables that we could not have predicted. Again, if you're unsure about your strategy fitting into this, reach out and have a conversation with me. This system is also responsible for me building my 200,000 plus business community around the world, mostly in North America. So that's another good reason if you want to build a community and an audience, which I highly recommend doing, because it evens out your business, even in recession times, especially in good times, you can do really well. In bad times, you can do fairly decent because you have a big enough audience to sustain you. Start getting clients if you're starting out, especially. This is a good way to start building momentum in your business. This is a system that's affordable but not cheap. The method is more affordable than most other types of marketing, example, Facebook ads, Google ads, but it's not cheap in the sense that it does work and it involves some degree of integrity on your part, which I'm sure you guys have. But it does demand some integrity in the sense that you're still dealing with an audience and you want to make sure that your program is adequately thought through. And that's why I say it's not cheap, because you have to spend some time, money, effort thinking through your program and what you offer. We can put an audience in front of you, but you want to make sure that you can actually sell, that your system has integrity, what you're selling has integrity. Again, I'm sure you do, but I just want to be thorough in this explanation. If you're interested in attracting opportunities for speaking and for joint venture partners who can promote you, then this is a very good way to start, because once you have an audience and you can show the audience transparently through Meetup, which you can, you're more likely to have more credibility with speaking organizations and with joint venture partners. The price for the training program, which is 6 sessions, which is done with you, is $500. If you're interested in the done for you program, where my team and I do all the work for you and you just show up and do the webinars, you can reach out and we can have a conversation about that. It's very simple to register. All you have to do, it says choose a pricing option, but really there's only one option, which is $500 for the full pay. We used to do payments, but we found that because it's such a short program, it didn't make any sense. So $500 is the full pay. You can also pay in installments using the system under the school. And so if you qualify credit-wise, you can attain that. If you still have issues, just reach out to me and we have other financing options as well. Once you click on enroll now, it takes you to the enrollment page, and then you can select your payment system and make the payment and buy now. Once you click buy now, you'll get an email with all the dates and the Zoom links for your sessions, etc. You should receive that within 30 minutes at the most. If you haven't received it by then, please do contact me or my admin as soon as possible. That is admin@sunilbhaskaran.com. So what do you get? You get 6 weekly sessions with me, not one-on-one, but in a group. And these are for 6 weeks. Um, and you also get Facebook page support. We typically answer those Facebook requests within 24 business hours. We don't work over the weekends, but over weekdays and work days, you can get a response within 24 business hours. So what do you get in the 6-week online Zoom course? Well, you get the opportunity to start getting paying clients, 7 weeks or less. Strategize and plan, design your strategy and plan for webinars, who you target, what you provide for. So there's quite a bit, there's initially in the first 2 weeks or so, there is quite a bit of emphasis on strategy because we want to really make sure you win as best as you can. We can't spend too much time on it, but we'll do our best with you given the time. You get an opportunity to set up your meetup groups. This will be done with me as well, guiding you in the process of how to do it. Help you set up your webinar events using the Meetup system, and then how to set up your reminder systems. Now, once you set up the systems, you don't have to do anything. Your admins and the system will manage it. Now, if you don't hire any admins, then you may have to do a little bit of work yourself. But it's not a terrible amount of work and not a terrible amount of time. If you want exact timings and that, just reach out to me and we can have a conversation. And the potential for a system that only involves about 3 to 4 hours of your time per month, if that is 2 webinars that you lead per month. Of course, if you do 4 webinars, it's a little bit more. Once the system is set up again, all you have to do is just show up at the webinar and present. Now, that's if you decide to have admins, which are usually quite low cost admins, typically they're about $5 per hour. And they do really good work. I've trained them myself. So you can use these admins to help you do that. Now, some of you may have used Meetup before. So the question you may have is, so what makes what I teach more powerful? And I want to let you know that I have a very good relationship with the staff at Meetup. The CEO of Meetup, David Siegel, and I have been good friends for a while. The start of 2020, right around the pandemic, when it began, I advised him, and he already knew to do this, but I advised him to get online as quickly as possible. And he saw what I was doing on Meetup, using this platform to help entrepreneurs promote themselves. And he got very excited and invited me to do a global webinar to all the Meetup organizers. Why am I sharing this? Because I'm sharing with you because, 2 things. One is I know the Meetup system well enough to impress the CEO. And secondly, that I've got credibility in doing this because the system actually works. The CEO recognized it, and so does the staff at Meetup. Here are a few things that I uncovered for my students, the people especially who've done Meetups before. You learn why your attempts to use Meetup for your business marketing did not work well, or as well as it could have. If you had decent results, you could probably have done better, more than likely. I worked with Meetup for a long enough time to know all the nuances and the things that can get you, things that are kind of like blind spots in having your Meetup groups perform. So I know what to share with you. I know what to do with you. There are quite a lot of nuances that I've discovered in 15 years of working with the system. I know the ideal timings to announce groups and events, something critical that most people are not aware of. What demographics or topics that Meetup provides that you can select for your target audience. How do you select or target your audiences based on what you do? Is very tricky as well. Most people, if they're in the consciousness realm, they tend to target people in consciousness, but that may not be a good target market for you. You may have to get something else like business professionals, etc. I know those groups that you need to target. If you're in the financial realm, I know those groups. If you're in the coaching realm, the consulting realm, almost any realm that I've worked with clients, I can tell you what the target audiences should look like. What kind of messaging you want to do in your copy for your events. Some of you use Meetup Pro. You don't really have to use Meetup Pro. It's too expensive for you. You're better off using Basic. Will cut down your cost by 6 times. And there's a variety of other things that you can read at your own leisure here, but there's some really good reasons why, even if you've done work with Meetup before and you failed or you succeeded, you still want to have a conversation with me to see how we can make this work better for you. Okay. or you can just sign up and do the program. So how you served in this program, you have the group online Zoom sessions, and those are an hour and a half each for 6 weeks. Every 6 weeks, every week of that 6 weeks, you have two time options to do the Zoom sessions. One is on Thursday evening Pacific time, and the other is Friday morning Pacific time. Selected those times so because for most people in most time zones, either of those two times can work. You also get Facebook support page, like I said earlier, and those questions are answered within 24 business hours, Monday to Friday. So dates and times are here. You can peruse this your own. This current iteration of the program starts 15th of February 2024. And again, you can see here for week 1, there are two options, the 15th or the 16th. The 15th is at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, starting time, and 16th February Friday is 9 a.m. Friday Pacific time. And so it goes on for week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6. And then you'll probably do your first webinar and or second webinar in the month of April 2024. Some people might do it earlier if they're early starters, get things going quickly. But most people usually do that first webinar. If they do the program, do the work, that first webinar or second webinar may be more than likely will be in the month of April. A couple of testimonials here you can see, and you can read in your own leisure. You can see some of the results here are pretty powerful, really good results, I would say. For example, Sean Stewart here worked with, we attracted 97 new opt-ins, and it's typical results that I get for most coaches, consultants. Now, this is assuming that you've got a bigger groups, you've got more groups. Once you've stabilized your groups and you've got them going for a while, then you can get these kinds of results. We had 26 participants live on the mini workshop that we did on Meetup, and 8 people booked a consultation leading to a high-ticket sale. Some people offer a discovery session during the webinar, which is usually an educational presentation, usually about 20 minutes of education, very short, concise, to the point. And then there's a Q&A section that's about 20, 30 minutes itself, which is really where most of the selling gets done. And then you make 2 offers, usually the same identical offer. The offer you make could be a discovery session or a direct link to a paid offering that you can do. Okay, so either way is fine. You can do either way. And so those are the testimonials. You can read my biography here. And again, you can pay for the program. It's $500. And I look forward to serving you. And it's a really great program. I encourage you to do it. If you have questions, please reach out to me. I look forward to serving you. Take care and have a great day.